Hey everybody, it's Deb coming to you a little late tonight, but I did want to pop on here really just to kind of announce going forward, I officially am letting my LimeLife business go. I am a little sad about that, but it's going to be okay. So we'll just share what I've got in store for you going forward. But I also just wanted to give you kind of a little bit of reasoning on the change and why I decided to not renew, because there is an annual fee that you have to renew with LimeLife every year. It's $75. And so I knew that this decision was coming. I was going to have to make a decision at some point or other and decide which way I wanted to go. And since that $75 is right around the corner, I decided to go ahead and just say goodbye to LimeLife. And so going forward, I will be presenting with Ever full-time here. Hi guys, feel free to say hello when you pop on. So, and I wanted to share the news because I did let some people know that I would let them know when I wasn't going to be presenting with LimeLife anymore, because that kind of affects some people that still enjoyed the products, and I still enjoyed a lot of the products with LimeLife as well. But sometimes you got to kind of listen to your heart, and I didn't want to let go of it until I knew for sure where I was going to be with Ever and if it was going to be something that was going to work. And I just have to also say it's been a super fun, amazing ride with LimeLife. It's been an experience that I'll never forget. And even though I wasn't like a super huge leader or anything like that, it was definitely a wild ride. And anybody that's been with LimeLife for the last couple of years or longer would also probably say the same things. But it has been a great learning experience. I've learned so much about social media. I never would have done a live video ever if I hadn't been with LimeLife. So I really feel like there was a reason for me to be there and hey Una, and learn all the things that I did with them. I mean, I am so appreciative of that. But they grew beyond amazingly fast. I mean, they just literally exploded after I signed up with them. Shortly after, I mean, I think at the time that I signed up with them, January of 2017, they had maybe 3,000 beauty guides at the time, and they just exploded beyond what anybody could have imagined. And so it was kind of like crazy sitting back there. Whoa, what did I join in on it? You know, I knew that it was going to be a great thing, but I had no idea what was in store. And there were beauty guide freezes, there were product out of stock issues and all this thing. But you know, I was like letting it roll off my shoulders, because I was like, well, I'm just, you know, I'm here for the ride, and I'm sharing what I can and just learning, and just really was in amazement of most of it. But with growth also comes a change. And so some of the changes that occurred, because when you have a new company like that, there's just bound to be changes. It's just the way that it is. And especially with how quickly they were growing, and they were trying to just kind of keep everything intact with their reputation as a company. And but along with that came a lot of changes, a lot of changes. And some of those changes I felt good about. I felt that needed to be made. And then some of those changes I didn't necessarily agree with. Some of them just didn't sit very well with me, but I continued to agree with some of the changes that they made, and we just kind of carried on, because all in all it was a great product and really a great company as well. And so after the first of the year in 2018, at that time, my sponsor that I had signed up with, she had some life changes, and so 2017 was really just a great learning year, and I was getting some great customer success. But I really wasn't going all gangbusters or whatnot. But I just thought, okay, 2018, I'm really gonna just, try and really put some effort in here and see what I can do. So my sponsor that I had immediately signed up under, she wasn't active. So then I reached out to my next director in line, which happened to be really the person that was at the top of the company. And so it was kind of a bold thing for me to reach out and have a conversation with her, because I was just a little measly, beauty guide doing hardly anything in comparison to what other people were doing in the business. But I felt like that was the connection that I needed to make, and we had a great conversation. But at that time, I learned that in that conversation, after she had had a explosive month in the November prior to that, in the holiday season, she did like $100,000 in 1 month. And so potentially she would have been like $1 million earner had that income continued. And in that conversation that we had, she shared with me that she was made aware that the company paid her incorrectly. And so mistakes happen. I understand all of that as well. And she had to make a decision, and she ended up leaving that company. Now, other people were paid incorrectly as well, but they decided to stay, and that was a decision that they had made. We are all given choices, and those were the choices that she had decided to do, and that's fine. But with that, a lot of more changes came within our leg of the company. So we all ended up rolling up to our next qualified leader, which was totally fine. I still adored this next leader in line, but totally a different dynamic in the company, totally different. And the other part to that is that it was okay that I had a new leader, but ultimately I ended up rolling up to this next person. And so I no longer was under the person that sponsored me at all. I mean, she was going to continue to receive a small portion of any commissions that she would be entitled to for me being signed under her, but part of my commissions also would go to this new leader. And it was just kind of a weird thing that it was just another one of those things that just didn't sit really well with me. And so along with that, more changes. And then shortly after that, I had some personal issues of my own. My mom ended up passing away in the end of that February in 2018. And so dealing with some of all these emotions, all these different changes, all this information, and then my mom passing away and dealing with grief. And then spring came, and there again, LimeLife went through another change. And we actually changed the name from Limelight to LimeLife. They had to make some decisions behind that name change. And I know it was a hard decision, but again, it was a decision, and they changed the name. And for whatever reason, I just really struggled with the name change. I wasn't thrilled at the time that they shared it, and it just didn't settle with me very well. I don't know. I just couldn't. I really just, I had to chill. And I did kind of decide, okay, I'm going to deal with this change. Change is good. Change brings growth, right? But again, it really changed another dynamic of the business for me. So, but I still continue to just push on, because I would pray about it, and I would be like, what am I doing here, God? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? And, somebody would reach out to me and need something, or I would just, press on with the business. And so I did. So I continued to work working through my grief still selling products online, and trying to figure out how to get myself more interactive with even just customers within my world, not just online, but in my immediate network. And along with that, I also kind of was feeling like my skin was changing a little bit, and I couldn't quite figure out if it was because of my stress level, just getting a little older, or if it was because they had to change just a couple of minor ingredients and a couple of the skincare products in order to be able to sell them internationally. And going international was a whole nother piece to the puzzle of layer of change as well. Not that going international really affected me, but in a way it kind of did, because I just really felt like, hey, we're still in the United States, and I don't even know that we have a handle on everything here. I'm still trying to get things going here in the United States, and the focus is shifting to international teams. And I don't know, it just again was another one of those things that wasn't settling very well with me. Excuse me. And so that's kind of how I started looking around for another anti-aging product, just because I felt like my eyes needed some help. And so I wasn't really looking for another company. It was just looking for some products to add to what I was already using. Still going to continue to press on with LimeLife and do whatever I could there, but I just kind of felt like, okay, Una, I'm hearing you. Similar to your feelings as well. Okay, see, so I wasn't imagining all this. And so when you're looking for something else to add, because I knew that we had some products coming that were going to be amazing, but again, I'd been waiting for those products for over a year, and it just seemed like forever, and I really needed something now. I needed something for my face. And at that same time, Ever just kind of started popping up in my news feed, and I'd never really heard of Ever before. I think I glanced at them when I learned about LimeLife a little bit before I was deciding that journey, but I just didn't even look, because they were a brand new company, and there's a lot of drama and a lot of crazy stuff that goes on with a brand new company, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to deal with that. I wanted to have a company that I could work with and build on and build on and build on. Really, I've got a good solid 10, 15 years within me. As long as my health is good, that's kind of what my intention is. So wasn't really interested, but this popping up on my newsfeed, I'm taking another look. And then I noticed that a couple of my friends liked the Ever business corporate page. And so I reached out to one of my customers, who was actually a LimeLife customer and a prior company customer. Actually, she's just been good to me. She buys anything that I join. But I'm like, hey, what is this? You need to tell me about it. And then she sent me some samples. And then that really just kind of led to one thing to another. I was like, oh, wow, premium anti-aging skincare. And this is not shocking. Danette's on this late at night. I'm late. I am so late. It's almost 11 o'clock, but this is how it goes. So anyways, I wasn't even interested in still joining a new company, but because at that time I was still busy building customer relations with LimeLife, and the clients were enjoying the products and they were happy. I was happy. I just wanted another layer to my skincare. And what had happened was, it just so happened that Ever had their annual convention in September. And so I was thinking, well, I'll just wait to get anything in September and see what happens with their little annual convention. And it just so happened that they introduced a new regimen and also changed up their kit offerings. And they had a $99 kit offering. And I thought, oh yeah, I'm just going to get that. what the heck, that, that's a no-brainer. So I did, still not thinking that I'm going to change anything. And just when you join a new company, there's lots of things to learn, and of course it's really fun. And I was seeing all these fun customer perks and fun discounts and fun things to share, and great premium high-end skincare that was changing skin before and afters. And I just basically fell in love with Ever because it really is my jam. And I knew that my customers would love it. And so basically, Ever brought back the fun that I was missing. I was just missing that fun piece. And it brought back my skin to life in a very short time period. It's more vibrant, more elasticity, and less dull. I mean, and I thought my skin looked pretty good, but again, yeah. But, and in making the change, some previous customers that I hadn't heard from for a while, my skincare customers, they started trickling back, hey, what's this Ever thing? And so it was becoming very fun. And along with that, I was also actually having success, like business success, like making some money success within a very short time frame. And I've never been like a super strong seller. I hate selling, to be honest with you. I really hate selling. Sometimes it's just awkward, but at the same time, I just kind of snap out of it, and I'm like, they're going to go up to the department store and spend $300 on products that from a person that they're never going to see again if they don't like them. So I just need to get over myself. But I really enjoy the recruiting piece of it because it's fun to have an environment with people that you are like-minded with. And I just thought that, well, usually with my direct sales companies, I kind of just do it for like the free gifts, the free discounts, and that piece of it. But I was actually making a little bit of money. Now, I've been around direct sales pretty much my whole entire life, since elementary school. My parents were in network marketing, and so I really have seen and understand the potential that direct sales can bring. But being with LimeLife, it actually opened my eyes to the potential of what being with a newer company can bring. And seeing that success is rather motivating for you to actually work and do some things. And Ever is a newer company. They've got a wonderful foundation. It's not super brand new. Like, they've got a solid foundation to build on, which is super exciting. And since I've been with Ever, my commission check I joined them like the middle of September until the end of December. And keep in mind, I have a full-time job, and I'm running a teenager around, and I enjoy my older kids and try to do family time with them as much as I can. But for the end of the year, I did end up making over $800 in commissions, which to me, I don't know, that might not sound like a whole lot to some of you, but to me, that was a pretty big deal. It's pretty exciting. And for some people, that may make a huge difference in their household income. So I've really been loving that piece of it, and sharing the changes that I'm seeing in my skin and sharing with people. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And going forward with Ever, I just know that lots of great things to come. The leaders that are running this company came from Bare Minerals, led at ground floor to what it is today. Our product developer came from Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. So these women know how to run a cosmetic business. Yes, and it's clean. Thank you. clean ingredients, non-toxic ingredients. So I love it that it's just worry-free. I don't even worry about it. Don't even have to, and I forget about it. So thank you for sharing that. That's so true. And so great beauty products made even better, right? So I'm just excited to be here, to be having fun, to be making a little bit of money, making more money than I'm spending. And it's going to be a fun ride. Would love to have you join me with this gig. But getting back to what does this mean for LimeLife customers, as well as myself, because there are some things that I don't have in the Everline to offer, like the eyeliner. We don't have a foundation yet. And all these things are going to come, but for right now, and for my people that are already in love with some of those products, I have a wonderful beauty guide that I will refer you to. Her name is Jenny Fitzmaurice. She was a sister beauty guide on my team, and I just love her. I just love her. She's super sweet. She's got a servant's heart, and she's committed to her LimeLife business. And so I would love to be able to refer you to her. I mean, there's some other people too there are some that are local, but everything is online anymore. So you can have someone that you can purchase from online, and you will love her. So if you want to purchase from her, I will put her link in the comments, and I'll keep that handy too in case some of you reach out and you need some things. Then we'll just get you connected with Jenny. And so with all of that, I'm sad to say that I'm ending my LimeLife career. Not that it really was a career, but my side gig, whatever you want to call it. But I've learned so much from them. But I know that Ever is just where I need to be. And my network enjoys these type of things, and with the skincare. And I love that we just have a little bit more flexibility here, where it's easier for someone to join and not have to have the monthly fee every single month to get the discount on their products. So that part I'm super excited about. And we're still going to be able to buy LimeLife products. It's not like we're saying goodbye to that permanently. You're just not going to be giving me a commission. So it's a better fit for me, which means a better life, and I'm loving all the perks. So you can start today for $99. I will help you share, we'll help you launch, we'll help you just kind of get the word out in your network to those that might be interested. We do have a bigger kit that has another regimen in it too, so just reach out to me. And thanks, Una. On to bigger and better things. So yes, I'm hoping so. You know, you never know, but I feel good about it. I feel really, really good about it. The other thing is that we've got a group, and Una, I know that you're in the group. I'm so excited to have you in there. Hope you're having fun in there. And we do have a customer discount that's ending tomorrow. And of course, you can always save with additional subscribe to save. So that's all that I have. Please feel free to reach out with questions, or if you are interested in the Ever opportunity. All right. So good here. So much fun, and great looking skin. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. And I hope you all have a good night, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.